Just off the bat with a non-hockey one, this is the Hockey Fights Cancer game. Everyone has some kind of a tie. I mean, how important is this night, Joe, for everybody to be a part of?
Well, I think you just said it. Nobody escapes this one. All of us, right? So I know I lost my dad to cancer, so that's personal. Everybody has their own story. So we're playing in a great game that we love, but it's a good chance to think about the people that are not here anymore and also raise some money so we can keep more of them here.
We saw some pretty significant line changes in practice. What's the thinking with that?
Well, I think, one thing we talked about, I think, was with strength of ours in the past was our forecheck. And we just haven't forechecked enough this year. So one, we haven't been able to consistently make the right decision through the neutral zone to get the puck in. Two, we haven't been physical enough once we've arrived in the O zone. And so I think those lines are somewhat of a reflection of that.
It's a small sample, but Fogues has seemed to produce, or that line seemed to produce when he's with Kopi and Juice. What have you maybe liked about how his game could fit with those two guys?
Well, I think, him and Turk play a similar game, and I think that's why Turk's played so well there too. So sometimes, this is not an indictment on Turk either. It's just, for the reason I mentioned, try to balance some different things out, just get some fresh looks for some players. But, again, like Fogues is similar to Turk, except he's just a little more experienced, right? I think that's maybe the difference between the two. Forechecker goes to the net, has enough skill to make a play to complement Kopi and Juice. And he really shoots it too. That's one thing we know about Fogues is he really can shoot the puck. So, he should be a good fit there.
We were talking before the skate. I don't think we've seen a goalie in a red jersey. Good to see Darce back out there.
Cherry red back out again too. Yeah. Yeah, good to see him out there. He's making progress. Obviously, when you see him out there, still a ways away, but I think it's always important when it's possible to get an injured guy out with the group and just to be around his teammates again. His guys get to see him. So he was able to take some shots, but more importantly, be a part of the group.
Same with Caleb Jones?
Yeah, Jonesy too. Yeah, I mean, he's been out longer, obviously, but, you progress and you work by yourself quietly, so it's nice to be able to be part of the group.
The second period the other night was really good, and then the third period it fell apart. We've kind of seen that in different, combinations this season, but when it comes to trying to establish more consistency, what do you guys need to do against some good teams coming up on the schedule?
Yeah, well, I mean, that goes up and down throughout the league, that part of it. You'd love to have a great 60 minutes and be the strongest third period team in the league every night, but it just doesn't always work that way. It's just the product of the league. So, but what we need to do, I thought we had the game probably where we wanted it at 2-1, slow start, but got back and we're playing really well, as you mentioned. And then, didn't play the type of the game in the third. So what is that? Why is that? And that's the question you have to ask yourself. It's a hard game. It's a simple game. And sometimes, you resist that, whether you think you are or not, whether you make a conscious decision to resist that, just your body language, how you play, the decisions you make, gets you on your heels. That's what happened to us. We got on our heels where we should have been on our toes, tried to play a little bit different style, and that's the result you get.
Coach, was there any thought in that game as to maybe putting Portillo in at any time in the third period when the game kind of got...
No, I wouldn't have thought it was fair to him. It happened pretty quickly like that. You know what I mean? I don't think that's how we... And I know you can get, in the NHL, get some shots and all that kind of stuff, so you get a good 7 or 8 minutes. But no, I just didn't feel like that would be for his first NHL game this time to get into that.